We're going to start it off with Adrian, who's on the line in Atlanta, Georgia. Adrian, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. How are you today?
I'm living the dream, sir. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Nice to finally get to talk to you.
Well, it's my pleasure. How can I help today?
Okay, so my ultimate question is what job can I do in the meantime while waiting for my business to grow?
Okay. Well, what is this business?
Okay, so I just actually started an online retail store where I produce customized apparel and accessories for men.
Okay, good. And so that's really, even though it is the dream job, it is a side hustle right now.
Yes, for right now, just because I am in initial stages of actually launching it and starting it.
Great. Now, are you employed somewhere else or are you unemployed?
Okay, so I was employed for about a year at a pretty good job, but unfortunately, about a month or so ago, they actually sold off the company and it's got outsourced overseas. Mm-hmm. So they laid me off.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we need a job, and how much do you need to make?
So at that job, I was pulling in about $1,200 a month, mm-hmm. which was not bad for the cost of living in Atlanta here.
Okay. All right. So that's baseline. Okay. So you've got that number, and that's what we've got to replace. Mm-hmm. Would you call this side business? It's like a specialty product business, right? It's retail, but at the end of the day, it would be garments, if you will, just a kind of a broad term that you can put logos on and things of that nature. Yes or no?
Yes, essentially, yes.
Okay. And you're how long you been doing this?
Well, I actually been doing, I guess, what you can call freelance design, actually, for about a couple of years. I actually been in a few fashion shows.
Good.
This was kind of just like my first.
Yeah, it's your thing. I'm saying, how long has this side business been up and running, and how much revenue are you generating, or any at all?
Honestly, I just launched the site maybe like a week ago.
Oh, okay, great. Well, first of all, let me say congratulations. I love
Thank you.
when people start stuff. You know what I mean? So, but now here's the deal. Mm-hmm. You got to have a long view here, okay?
Right.
And the long view keeps me grounded, keeps me absolutely attached to the dream, but I'm realistic about it, and it keeps me from being too high and too low. Am I right? So we got the long view. So any money you make on this side thing, it goes either back into the business, or if you've got some debt or some other financial, if you need to get some savings up, get that 6-month emergency fund, whatever you need to do there. Any money that you generate over the next, let's call it 6 months to a year, it's going to help you get stable. And if you've already done those other things personally, you have no debt and you've got an emergency fund, then the money gets poured back into the business, even in the form of just a savings account for the company. So we would call that retained earnings, all right? So that's that. What you need to do is try to find something right now that's paying you that baseline $1,200 a month, if not more. Mm-hmm. You want to do something, if possible, and I believe this is very possible, I'd like to see you get a job where you are at least being creative. So you've done freelance design before. You've been in that clothing, space, style, fashion space. If you can work in that space and make the $1,200 plus, I think that's the best type of job for you to get right now, because you're in proximity to the industry that you want to be in for yourself. And so you're learning, you're doing, and you're connecting. Those are the three things that proximity allowed me to do. And so if you can get in that space, then we take the stress off. We take the pressure away from that company having to perform. There's no stress on you financially because you're taking care of business. And as I said, you're in that passion area. You're at least doing work that you're interested in and work that you're good at. And that will sustain you the amount of time it's going to take to get this thing off the ground. So should you get a job, and what kind of job? Yes, the answer is yes, or you're going to starve. We don't want you to starve. And then the second thing is I'd like you to at least look for something in the fashion, retail clothing, design, something in that space. And I think you'll find that you'll be able to stay the course. I'm proud of you. Really proud of you. I want more people starting stuff. Just start it. And, listen, is it going to fail? Yeah, could. Are you going to stumble? Yep. But are you going to learn? Oh, yeah. And, failing is just an opportunity to start again and do it better. Don't take it so personal.